So apples are one of those crops that can be fairly successfully grown in the home landscape, but this is not what is normal for a home landscape. Tell me what's going on here, Mike.
If I was going to be growing apples now in a landscape or commercially, I would be planting them on dwarfing rootstocks. You look at these trees were planted with at least 6 inches of the rootstock shank out of the ground. We painted the bottom 18 inches white with latex paint, nothing else. And then we're growing them on a trellis system. It needs a trellis or support system because we will have fruit on these trees within the 3rd year. So selecting the proper rootstock is going to be crucial, as well as the variety. But the way we're going to manage them is going to be totally different. You can look at, we have trees here spaced 6 foot apart. In this research, we also have trees that are planted 3 foot apart. So we're evaluating these strategies for use in the sandhills of North Carolina. But the way we grow this tree is going to be totally different. Instead of having large 20, 30 foot tall trees, our top wire goes up to 10 foot on the trellis system. You'll notice we have our trees that are supported to this wire system every 2 foot. And then we do a lot of work. We do very little dormant pruning. We do a lot of work of training this time of the year. If we look at branches that go up, we know that Bradford pear trees, when they get that wind, they split because of those sharp crotch angles. Getting rid of those sharp crotch angles is going to be crucial. We use clothespins for doing that. We will come in when the young growth is 4 to 6 inches long. We will put the clothespin around the trunk of the tree, put the tail over the branch. And by doing that, we get a wide crotch angle. That branch will continue to grow up. But we need to have those primary crotch angles. Then in high density systems, we'll use light gauge wire. Branches that come out, we will come in and pull those to horizontal or slightly below, wrap it gently around the branch so it's at horizontal. Sometimes we may need to come in and pull them down a little more. We can just come down and do that with one quick and easy twist.
So what's the benefit of these, the larger crotch angles? You said, as far as wind damage or ice damage with something really tight, but tell me what else, what's the other reason for doing this?
Well, there's several things. On a tree like this, we're going to come in and cut out these lateral branches every 2 to 3 years. We'll come in and cut them with a stub cut because the goal of these systems is to put fruit on the tree very early in the life of the orchard. That's why we have a trellis system. The trellis system is not here for moral support. It's here to support the weight of the crop.
Sure.
So again, that's why we have them here. We talk about those sharp crotch angles. When those sharp crotch angles break, whether it be from wind or from heavy fruit, we know the apples are formed just on the tips. And if we put them in and we break the tree, we break with a sharp crotch angle, we lose the entire productivity of that tree. But this is the type of system that I would encourage people to grow, a tall spindle, a slender spindle type thing, where we'll start branching from the base of the tree all the way up to the top wire, coming out at horizontal or below.
So a person with limited space in their landscape, this will be perfect.
Correct. If we're using an M9 size rootstock, we can come in and plant these 6 foot apart, maybe even a little tighter. So instead of planting full-size apple trees where we allow 20 by 20 or 400 square foot, we can come in that same area and put 6 or 7 apple trees of different varieties, different rootstocks, different characteristics.